So today we are going to discuss about the another things of the unit 3. So here I will tell you that we have already covered about the yes introduction and state of the art. So we are discussing in this unit about the IoT architectures and what are the state of the art of the regarding the IoT architectures are present in the market. So here I am telling you about introduction. I have already told you about introduction and I have already touched the state of the art. So today we will try to complete the state of the art, and next we will discuss about the architectural reference models. Okay, so I would like to request you that you students also should find that what are the state of the art of the IoT architectures. So here are many examples of the state of the art IoT architectures, right? For example, Toya app. I will tell you that what is a Toya app actually. So here we go. So that is also one of the architecture you can see here. So there is a IoT architecture. Sorry, not this one. This is your Moodle. There is one Thinger.io app, and excuse me, this is a IoT platform, and you can see that it is a Thinger.io and it is a IoT platform. So these type of platforms provide many types of applications you can see here. So this is a state of the art application for the IoT application. So here what is needed, we need to make our devices to be connected using the IoT platform, and this IoT platform provides us many type of the important things also. So here you can see that is a open source technology, hardware agnostic. So in the hardware agnostic means it can connect the ESP8266 or Arduino and Raspberry Pi and Intel Edison. So this type of the hardware modules can be attached with this type of platform. So here is the cloud platform, and there is a coding platform also. So we can code our MCUs, our node MCUs, our IoT hardwares. So this type of IoT hardwares can be you can say can be coded, and so that is also for the companies. So many companies needed some hardware objects and hardware products. So here we can use our hardware data. So here is the login. I have already logged in the ID. So here you can see that there is a IoT module. So here you can see that I can connect my devices. There are dashboards, there are data buckets to catch the sensors, so endpoints. So these all things are the state of the art of the things where we can use the things. So here you can see that where my device is existing. So here I will go to the device. I will go to any of the devices. Right now these are disconnected. This is disconnected, and here is the map. You can see that right now I am in New Delhi, and in New Delhi it is showing the place where I am existing right now and from where I am operating right now. So that is a state of art IoT platform. So here we should understand that how we can develop these things. Okay, so here is some of the things which we need to understand about the state of the art of IoT. So this is a high level architecture, and in this high level architecture we will come to know that how the IoT platform works actually. So here you will find that there is a network domain part and there is a device and gateway domain part. Okay, so in network domain part you will find that there are four things. One is M2M applications, M2M service capabilities, core network, and access network. So these four things are available over here. Okay, so M2M applications are the applications which are needed to developed to control the machine to machine architecture. And then what are the capabilities of the machine to machine architecture that is completed over here. After that, what are the core network we need to be provided for that case? Means we need to provide the, either we need to provide the Wi-Fi, we need to provide the ESP8266, we need to provide the we need to provide the about the Bluetooth technology, we need to provide the wireless sensor network or Zigbee net technology. So this is the core network from where we need to be accurately attach our devices. Next two important parts over here are the M2M management functions and network management functions. So here these two blocks are controlled by this block is for controlling these two parts, and this block is for controlling these two parts. So there is a network management function. See, all the things related to over here are due to its network, right? So network is important, and network is capable of over here, must be managed over there. So there is a network management functions, and there is a core network function, and there is a access network function. Okay, so next we have the device and gateway domain. So now what is the endpoint? The endpoint is my device, and this devices need to be managed. Okay, so here you can see there are M2M devices, and these M2M devices are controlled by M2M area network. Means that this area network, M2M area network, is used for the inter-device communication purpose only. Okay, so next is the M2M gateway and M2M service capabilities, M2M applications. So this is a M2M gateway, and this M2M gateway used to provide all the data whatever existing over the M2M devices to the network. Okay, then the application goes to access this particular M2M network. Next, access network has the M2M service capabilities, M2M application applications, and M2M gateways. So many M2M gateways are connected with the access network. Okay, so this is a high level architecture of state of the art M2M machines or IoT architecture. So in my next lecture I will tell you about another state of the art IoT architecture. So thank you for this lecture.